That's fun, but that's not why. I should. I'm gonna cut it. This is gonna end poorly. Everyone's gonna whoa. Right, that's how they look. The bottom's kind of like a little bit brown, but what's up, y'all? Today, back in the kitchen. It's a super nice day. We have our windows open. I think it's like 60 degrees outside, maybe. I don't know, but all our windows are open and it's sunny and it's beautiful. But today, back in the kitchen, and I was scrolling on Facebook, and I'm in like a couple sourdough Facebook groups or whatever, and sometimes people will post really cool recipes, and I'm like, ooh, I want to try that one. And unfortunately, I don't have a picture to show you guys what it's supposed to look like yet, because I'm dumb and I didn't take a screenshot of that. But I did take a screenshot of the recipe, and we're gonna try to make it. And the person titled them rose rolls, so they're kind of like a cinnamon roll, but like there's no cinnamon in them, but you roll them up like a cinnamon roll, and then you put like a cherry filling on the top, and then you put like an icing over it. And I thought this would be a perfect recipe for Valentine's Day coming up. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. This is the recipe. Oh, it's not gonna focus. That's the recipe. I don't know if anyone can actually read it, but I did screenshot the recipe. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna give it a go. We're gonna see if I can even make it. And before I even start, the person does give the recipe in cups and grams. I think normally I like to do grams. I like to weigh things out that way, but I think I'm gonna do cups and half cups and all the things, because why not? So anyway, this intro is long enough. If you're still watching, good for you. Anyway, let's get to making these rose rolls and see how good they are. All right, I'm gonna be like reading this off of my phone because I do not have this random recipe memorized. So in this bowl, I have 3 cups of flour, and I'm gonna add a half cup of lukewarm milk. And then I am going to add 1/3 of a cup of sugar, which I have here. And also 4 tablespoons of honey, which I'm not going to measure because I'm just not. So we're gonna do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then I need 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. All right, here's my egg. Ah. Here's my 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I also need to add 2 teaspoons of salt. And 1 cup of active sourdough starter. I did feed this starter last night and again this morning. She should be ready. So we're gonna do a cup. Look at that. All right. Let me just quickly make sure that I actually have everything. So 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of active starter, a half cup of milk, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 4 tablespoons of honey, and 1/3 of a cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt. And then it says, combine all these ingredients into a shaggy dough and then cover and let it rest for 30 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. All right, y'all. I'm like working with a new tripod here, so bear with me and me trying to actually get this right. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. Probably, yeah, it's been 30 minutes. And this is what the dough looks like. So you can either put this in your stand mixer and put a dough hook on it and knead it that way, or I'm gonna do it by hand. I don't feel like getting my stand mixer out because I don't keep it on my counters. So I don't have a ton of counter space. So we're gonna need this, and it says to do this for a while, like 8 to 10 minutes. So I will be back with you guys when this actually looks like a dough that we can use. I kneaded this by hand for like 8 minutes, and now it says to cut it into 10 pieces. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I did 10 rolls. I think they look pretty good for my standards. The recipe does say to use plastic wrap and cover them, but I loathe plastic wrap. So we're gonna do this and hope it doesn't really stick too bad. And I'm gonna put this in my oven that I had on warm. My oven's off now, but I know my oven is warm. So I'm gonna let these double or just kind of sit for, it says 3 to 5 hours. So we'll see what they look like in 3 hours. I might check them before then, but we'll see. All right, y'all. So these have been rising for 3.5 hours, and they honestly didn't like rise as much as I thought they would, but here we are. Anyways, so what we're gonna do now is take a spoon and push down the middles like that, according to the recipe. So we're doing that. It's like a thumbprint cookie. Yeah. All right. The next thing we're gonna do is also, I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. And the next thing that we're gonna do is, this is what makes them rose rolls, is we're gonna take some cherry pie filling. You can make your own. I bought it from the store because I didn't feel like making my own. Plus, like, the cans of like real cherries, like I used in my cherry pie video, are like $5 a can, and this was not $5, so it's cheaper. Maybe one day we'll have a cherry tree and we can make our own, but that day is not today. So, also, you can use whatever filling you want, but I'm just obviously using the cherry because, because that's what makes it a rose roll. Yeah. And I'm just gonna scoop some in, like the recipe says, and hope it works out for me. After I fill these, I'm put them in the oven for, I'm gonna say 15 to 20 minutes. The recipe says 20 minutes, but all ovens are different, so I'm gonna start with 15 minutes and then see how it looks. That's how they look. The bottom's got like a little bit brown, but it's fine. They look good. They're cooked. They cooked for about 17 minutes, so use that information how you want, because the recipe said 20. So I'm gonna let these cool for a second, and then I'm going to put some icing on them. All right. So these have been cooling a while, and in this bag I mixed together 5 tablespoons of milk and then enough powdered sugar to kind of make it not watery. It's pretty watery, but it felt like I was just like dumping powdered sugar in. And like, I'm gonna cut it. This is gonna end poorly. Everyone's gonna, whoa. This did not end well. We're just gonna do that. Definitely find a better icing recipe, or just like keep dumping the powdered sugar in, which I probably should have done, but I felt like I added like a ton of it. I'm gonna try this. Jonathan's outside working on a car, so I'm gonna try this, see how it actually tastes, and let you know. You know, it's not that bad. Sorry, I'm staring at the inside. I don't know if that's what it looks like. All right, I'm back. So my thoughts on this recipe are, this is actually really good. The dough is really good. It didn't seem to like rise as much as it looked like in the picture, but it tastes really good. Definitely find a better icing recipe, like I said. Also, I personally, if I make these again, do not think that I will cook them at 400 degrees, because I think that's why the bottom's got like a little brown, but you can't really tell, like you can't taste it. I think I would do like 375 and maybe it would be better, but they look fine, they taste fine, they're really good, they're pretty easy. So yes, I would definitely do this again. So let me know if you guys make this. I got some more recipes up my sleeve somewhere, and I guess I'll just see you in the next one. Bye.